turns and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, good morning. I've been up that long. So, time for the daily reflection. Jackie's already on it. Good morning, Jackie. She's had her coffee. The sober wheelhouse. Oh, it took off. But hello and good morning anyway. I hope you have a fantastic day. Absolutely. So we're just waiting on Facebook per as usual. They're like the Facebook is kind of like they're the social platform where the child has to go to the bathroom before we go live. Happens every time. Or go live. Facebook's over there going, I gotta go potty. I gotta go to the bathroom. So, all right, before we get to freedom from fear. You guys, if you get into recovery like I get into recovery, then you're gonna find it, man. Okay, this is how I'm gonna put it. Just stay in your lane, man. Don't worry about other people. Do what you need to do. Unless you want to get into legislation, things like that, we need a lot of stuff done, right? But all we really need to do right now is just start at the beginning. And what's the beginning? And that's detox. And that's replacing the people and detox with people that are in recovery and not people with bachelor's degrees. So that would be fantastic. So let's get on with the topic because that's why we're here, right? All right. So if you're on Restream, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Same on Instagram. If you watch this, please say hi. And of course, if you have any comments that you want to make, it's not the graphic I use. Must have been, I don't care. And if you have anything that you want to say, go for it. That's why it's here. So, freedom from the bondage of fear. Read it. When, with God's help, we calmly accept our lot, then we found we could live at peace with ourselves and show others who suffered the same fears that could get over them. They could get over them too. That I'm going to repeat that line. With ourselves and show others who still suffered the same fears that they could get over them too. Whew, how about instead of getting over them, we get through them? Yeah. Telling me to get over stuff. We found that freedom from fear was more important than freedom from want. It's the same damn thing. What I want is my fear. What my fear is not getting what I want or losing what I already have. So there's no difference there. Not in my book. 12 by 12, page 122, because want is a fear. You know, I should really organize this. There it is on the floor. Jeebus. Kitty cats. Kitty cats. 12 by 12, page 122. I apologize, guys. I will work on being more prepared, making sure I have my books ready and stuff. All right, this is in step 12. Let's here take a note of our personal outlook upon the problems of personal importance, power, ambition, and leadership. These were reefs upon which many of us came to shipwreck during our drinking careers. Practically every boy in the United States dreams of becoming our president. He wants to be his country's number one man. As he gets older and sees the impossibility of this, he can smile good-naturedly at his childhood dream. And later in life, he finds that real happiness is not to be found in just trying to not trying to be a number one man or even a first rater in the heartbreaking struggle for money, romance, or self-importance. He learns that he can be content as long as he plays well whatever card life deals him. He is still ambitious, but not absurdly so, because he can now see and accept actual reality. He is willing to stay right-sized. Heck yeah. Morning, David. Good to see you, man. Yeah, fear is the unknown. And it can be, yeah. Not knowing what's going to come next. That is also a very big fear. So in here, it says that what we're trying to do is we want to be that first rater. We want to. I do too. Sure. Why not? Yes. But I've come to the realization that this isn't about Dion and his popularity. Not only that, but I've never been popular, so I don't know what it looks like anyway. I don't know. I don't want to be popular. I just want to be heard, man. How about you guys? I want to be heard, right? So what we have to do is we have to find the right arenas for those places, right? There are places for it. Like here is not a place for me to come and dump all the. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the recovery coach world, and a lot of it is fucking disgusting, and I don't bring it here. Why? Because what happens if you have a really good recovery coach? It's not for me to go out there and slam that stuff. Not in this arena. If you want that arena, I'll let you know about it. It's getting ready to change. That's why I'm not laughing because I'm happy. I'm laughing because I'm nervous about it. Because it's going to be some tough shit coming up. So what it comes down to is, what am I doing today to help the world around me, right? He is still ambitious, but not absurdly so. He can now see, or the big line here is he is willing to stay right-sized, right? Do you have friends in the program? They'll say, hey, you're getting too big for your britches. You're running around acting like you fucking know everything. Do you have friends in the program like that? I do. And they will call me out on it immediately, right? They won't do it in front of other people, okay? If you're going to talk to somebody about something like that, you do it in person, okay? Or at least with nobody else around. No, do not put down people in front of other people. That's just uncool. But not so with alcoholics. When AA was quite young, a number of eminent psychologists and doctors made an exhaustive study of a good-sized group of so-called problem drinkers. The doctors weren't trying to find out how different we were from one another. They sought to find whatever personality traits, if any, this group of alcoholics had in common. I tell you now, they didn't find shit. I'm probably wrong. Then finally it came up with a conclusion that shocked AA members at the time. These distinguished men had the nerve to say that the most alcoholic under investigation were childish, emotionally sensitive, and grandiose. Oh. Yeah, I'm laughing at me right now. That's what I'm doing. I was Mr. Emotional Frothy Appeal Man. Man, I could turn on the waterwork. We could all do that stuff. It doesn't work anymore. It does not work anymore. Because we know better. Once we know better, it kind of seems wrong, doesn't it? That our behavior at 2-year-old should be okay at 17, 27, 37. No. Material values ruled my life for many years during my active alcoholism. I've never been materialistic just because I've never had much money. And I'm still not very materialistic. I don't see what it gains you. All I see is a bunch of crap. My wife and my brother-in-law do that. They just bring in boxes of crap. I just want to toss them out. I love simplicity. I love simplicity. I believed that in all of my possessions would make me happy, yet I still felt bankrupt after I obtained them. When I first came into AA, I found about a new way of living. As a result of learning to trust others, I began to believe in a power greater than myself. Having faith freed me from my bondage of self. As material gains were replaced by the gifts of the Spirit, my life became manageable, and then I chose to share my experiences with other alcoholics. Right, so if we decide that material, let's just say material is the way, right? Let's just say it is for a second. How are you going to pass that on to somebody else freely? I'll give you a second on that, because we know that you can't do it freely. And that's what's great about spirituality, is it is given away freely. And once you start taking care of the spiritual side, everything else will fall into place. I've seen it happen every single time with that fail. If you follow the path, there's this shit doesn't come for free. It doesn't. The question is, do you want it? Do you want happiness? Do you want serenity? I quite enjoy it myself. It's certainly much better than that emotional person that, I mean, heck, go back even a couple of years on these. If you can go back and doing this 3 years, this all started with me in my PTSD. This was the adventure of my PTSD. If you go back to those first ones, you're going to see a much different Dion. It won't be this person, because I've grown in that time. The whole point was to come on here and show people that it is okay to have dual diagnosis and other fucked up shit, and that you can still make it, that you can still do it. David says he dreams of being happy. And we as alcoholics and addicts, all he has to do is say that, and we get it. And we understand. We get what he is saying. Get to more meetings, brother. Do some service work and get that happiness going for you. If you're looking for some, or you need help or guidance on that, reach out to me, David. I don't mind. It's okay. It's all right, man. I don't think of anybody below me. I can't. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. So I always meet people where they're at. Why? Because I'm there too. If I'm not there now, I have been there. I can understand that. Right? Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to come and tell you that I'm going to tell you what to do. What the key is finding out what makes you happy. And sometimes that could be hard to figure out. I use my stomach. I know. Here's back to that childish stuff again. Dion, do you feel like doing this? No. Dion, do you feel like doing this? I don't ask myself that with meetings. If it's meeting time, it is meeting time. I always go to my meetings, want to or not. Okay? But I do have to take time for myself. I have to take care of myself. And I do that every day. That's why it's hard to get in touch with me after 6 o'clock. I'm taking care of myself. I got a family, man. I got video games to play, drums to play. Yeah. All right, guys, I love you. I love you guys. Peace out and have a day. David and Jackie, have a fantastic day.